Hi Leo, I love you, honey. So we're doing new spreads for the new channel. The spreads we're doing here regular for Leo, we're going to do them for collective too, okay? So these are Cloud Whisper McQueen Taroh spreads I'm sharing with you today. I've never shared them online anywhere. We've been on here for 4 and some years. So that being said, this is going to be a spread when I ask you for for personal. Don't write me a whole story when I ask for like 2 or 3 words. That's what's going to come out here. It's a significator. Bringing out the overall energy of maybe what should be looked into more right now, depending on whether it's you or your person. And then we'll clarify the spread a little deeper. All right, my love? All right, Leo, let's see, my love. Holy angels, holy spirits, these new spreads. Let's see for Leo overall. What is the significator overall purpose of this reading? What is the overall purpose for this reading? Oh, you have the Devil and the Page of Pentacles. As the beginning of a small contract with the dark side, or temptation wants a small contract, which is going to cause you to go into hermit mode. It's actually going to cause you to reflect a little bit. Yeah, until you have nothing to reflect on. Well, the temptation thinks that it's working, but really, a Leo's going to look at 10 years down the road. You know, Leo might not ever be late or ever be on time to work or be on time to a meeting. They're either going to be way early or 5 minutes late. And then you have the divine feminine coming out right here. So let's pull her out here. Let's see what clarifies her at the bottom. 6 Pentacles. It's temptation trying to get the feminine to come down on an earthly level. Masculine, where are you? Queen of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Immature, emotional, immature. Sagittarius, Cancer energy. 8 Cups without emotion. Alone in spirit, soulmate. Once the spiritual soulmate leaves the feminine alone, comes out of her energy, temptation's going to try to get in. But feminine, as long as you're talking to the divine above, temptation doesn't have a chance. It's the rule by law of attraction. If you're manifesting through goodness, then badness can't come in unless you let it. So here's our spread. Let's see, baby. Fix it where I know you can see it. There we go. We do have little bundles. So what is the significator for this overall? Why is it all happening? And what needs to be started in this reading for Leo? What is the significator? And this spread is if you do it and if you don't do it. So this is what it's talking about. If you do it and if you don't do it. Let's read it. This is the 3 of Swords. And it was in reverse. So let's recover from being heartbroken, where you can rest and reconsider the boundaries of where you draw them when it comes to what you're most passionate about. Damn, Leo. You got the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords, Libra and Gemini energy. You got someone here that wants to talk at you, not to you. Why is the Swords energy coming out so early? The Ace of Swords is in reverse. That's not clear. The Hangman. The perspective isn't clear yet. Well, that's the temptation. What would make the perspective clear? Judgment, making that final and firm decision. The breaker 19, calling on the divine kind of thing. Initiating judgment to clarify the Hangman. Somebody needs to speak out loud. That's being judged by family. Go ahead and make your decision. Who gives a fuck what family says? You or your person. What is the overall of the energy here in this reading? This one come out first. Knight of Swords come out again. To reconsider. There's an argument here that needs to be reconsidered when it comes to boundaries. And the Chariot. Somebody needs to learn how to talk to the other. Reconsidering where you go to find peace and contentment. 3 Pentacles, to acknowledge on how to rebuild with a different path of interest. One of you got left hanging, and the other one went and found something else to do with someone else. But the one that got left hanging, you kept your boundaries. The boundaries that you have then, you still have today. Damn. Leo. What is in the Chariot? How does Leo move forward victoriously from this? Let's clarify this right here before we move forward. You got the Strength card. Get your own power, honey. Strength, courage, power, wisdom, self-love, self-care, self-attainment. Page of Cups. Apologize to yourself. That's the only one that you should be apologizing to. The Two of Wands. Because they chose a different path of interest. And you chose... This is twin flame connection. Moving forward victoriously. Divinely guided. The Two of Pentacles. This is all in reverse. Looking for it. Knight of Swords. You know they'll come back. That Knight of Swords will be back. That's why it'll come out. Man or woman, they're learning how to talk to you. You draw the line when it comes to where you go find peace. And when you leave something, you leave it for good. They're lucky if you do look back. So what is the challenge, advice, and outcome for if Leo does it? And what it's talking about when you draw the boundary line or where you go to find peace. Do you go to an old friend's house to put you in a bad mood, or do you go do something you love? And this is if you do it. You have the Moon. 7 Wands. And the 6 Wands. You are secretly making a stand successfully behind the scenes. But to block out the heartbreak of something that's too good to be true. You want something to come true so good, so well. But it's not like you're setting yourself up for disappointment. You're setting yourself up to be ready for disappointment. That's if you set your boundaries of how you move forward and not look back. They know you don't look back. Then they might actually fucking move. If they know that you mean what you say, they know they're not going to be able to challenge you. Well, what would happen if Leo don't set the boundaries and where they move forward victoriously? Well, here comes the Queen of Cups. 10 Pentacles. 8 Swords. The Emperor. The Emperor's confused here. Knight of Swords. There's the Gemini energy. Wheel of Fortune. The masculine's going to have to fight for his destiny. Fight for his right for destiny. If the temptation is chosen. You got the Queen. You got the Queen of Cups. She's part to do with the temptation. And here's the King of Swords, the masculine Aquarius energy and strategic thought of the Hangman. He's getting a different perspective of thought. And this is if you don't set the boundaries and where you go forward to find peace. Sometimes you just literally got to say no more. Who is this Queen of Cups when it comes to the Leo feminine? You have the High Priestess. It's bringing stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights into your intuitive realm. She could be having your higher self in distress because of the Lover's connection coming together with the contract ultimatum. The Queen of Cups knows that this Emperor right here with the 8 of Swords, that he knows that this is his last chance to even be able to come together with the feminine. If he says no this time, then it will not ever come together. So that's where the temptation's coming in. Reflecting on feeling Defeated, depleted, stabbed in the back, lied to, betrayed, 10 swords, and a dead-end devil. The devil rides the wheel. It's a false contract, not ending the cycle to be enlightened through the acknowledgement of comfort of a friend. Ooh. Let's clarify masculine and feminine in this piece, because, I mean, both of you actually need to set boundaries of where you go and what you look back on. You need to stop looking back so much, because trying to go back to heal from the same place that broke you is just stupid. I don't know how else to say it. Where's the masculine in this 8 swords? What's he stressing about so much? He's trying to master the offer. He's trying to focus on the offer. And there's the offer again. It's like he offers it and then he steps back. It's an offer and then it steps back. He's unsticking the stuck. So the Knight of Wands energy, that's too good to be true in a contract. He knows he can't bring the one night stand with him or the energy. Once he comes into the feminine, he can't talk to anybody in the past anymore. Especially people he's had sex with. That's what's going to change the argument right here. Changing in the way they rush in and say something. The Wheel of Fortune is that change and turning point in life. Let's see. Independent strength. Independent power. Where's the feminine? 10 cups. 8 swords. Family confusion. It's a justified marriage for the Emperor. The feminine knows that this 10 cups was justified to bring confusion to him. And the confusion that it was supposed to bring to him was love. The reason being, she's going to be the only one that's going to be able to level with him here on earth in love. Wow. That's what's going to make this masculine reconsider where he stands when it comes to walking away secretly from his emotions. I'm going to say this masculine has really, I don't want to say never, ever, ever, but they've never really met somebody that they felt good about saying, I love you. There's a difference between loving someone, being in love with someone, and lust. You know, when you tell somebody you love them in lust energy, you're just loving the lust that they give you. That's what this masculine's figuring out. So, with this Queen of Cups and 10 Pentacles, this could be a rich water sign. And there's the 10 Cups. And there's your 3 swords. Heartbreak, lover, contract. Broke the heart of a divine union contract. You should have been the one that was in the 10 cups with the Emperor, feminine. So, if you set these boundaries and go ahead and move forward victoriously, then you're going to be able to be blind to everything that's happened behind the scenes. The less you see, the better off you'll be. And that's going to allow you to take a stand on being heartbroken, on when you not allowing them to fucking do it again, not allowing them to smear your emotions again. And what that's going to allow you to do is successfully recognizing the 9 cups, a successful wish. What's in the 9 cups? It's going to make the masculine strategically think about the judgment call that they have made, that breaker 19, calling on the Divine Father, can you hear me kind of thing? Because of all the stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights. Is divine timing payback. That's payback. To reflect, shadow work on 10 swords, 9 swords, 10 swords. Masculine, if you're at home at night and you don't want nobody to come past 10 o'clock, tell them, hey, don't be coming to my door at 10 o'clock. You know, people can just walk in anytime they want, call the phone anytime they want, come in, go in the fridge, come in, piss all over the toilet. No, masculine. This masculine will literally have to relocate to be together in peace without any deception with the feminine. It's like they got to go to the jungle and then come back to town to be seen together. What's the Queen of Cups think about that? See, this is a lifestyle change for this masculine. From the Knight of Swords to the King of Swords, this masculine doesn't even dress the same anymore. So the Queen of Cups has actually seen him change for destiny. And what she thinks about that is the Chariot, the Significator, and the Hangman. She doesn't want this move to be supported. Once one of you leaves, the other one has to do it. It's the law of attraction, especially if you're divine twins. Knight of Pentacles, Virgo energy, analyzing, taking one's time to spiritually balance it. It takes time to balance it. I mean, oh, Leo. So, the Empress, you know, the Empress is dressed for a ball. She got her ball gown on. She said, yeah, I'm going to the ball. Where are you going with? I'm going by my damn self. So she goes to the ball to find her masculine because she knows, I'm just saying this as a scenario. She goes to the ball to find her masculine because she knows he's there with another woman. And it's like she puts herself on an earthly level. She starts going out in public just so the masculine can see her. She wants the masculine to see her. So that's why the feminine come down on an earthly level to see the masculine. But is what she's going to do. She's just going to go right back up to the spiritual level. It's like she's coming down to be seen to swoop up one more time. And that's what's going to make this masculine change his perspective. It's going to change his fucking life. What is one thing that this feminine has done? Oh, damn ladybugs. That has changed this masculine's life. Queen of Swords. Knight of Cups. She made him think. Coming in trustworthy as a friend. Look, Knight of Cups again. See the ladybug? Summertime's coming in the middle of winter. In case you all don't know. We do live in Kentucky, and you can get all 4 seasons in one day. Anyway, this feminine, she's bringing in new energy. So this is asking us, which feminine are you talking about? You got the Queen of Swords, and then you got the Knight of Cups here twice with the Ace of Wands. Fire sign feminine would be in the Ace of Wands. So who is this Queen of Swords when it comes to the Queen of Cups? She's a past life soulmate. Level. She said a soulmate level. What kind of soulmate level? One that's blocking the light. So, if you invite the masculine, he's going to bring a friend. Oh, it's my home girl. Feminine going to be like, no, bitch. The road is right there. A new perspective, new energy on what friends are. Why would the feminine say no? Let's see, feminine. Who's the Queen of Swords, really? Chariot. That's a see you later rotator kind of card. It's a conflict and drama, competition, strife, and jealousy. The feminine will leave. I told you. It's the Queen of Cups wearing a mask, feeling defeated, depleted, stabbed in the back, lied to, and betrayed. Knight of Wands. It's the Queen of Cups wanting to have sex. Without teamwork. That's exactly what that said. Where is the Divine Feminine, Leo, when it comes to the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Wands in this spread? Well, there's your 10 Cups. And your 10 Swords. Oh my gosh. She feels like every cup she's had been drained. But she's independently contracted. Oh, she doesn't worry about the swords. Yeah, they oh, whoever's in that energy, she is, this feminine is independently contracted to halt the dark side. They can't come around her. I told you. Told you. So that 10 Swords is in reverse. She pulled all those swords out at the same time. Ooh, soulmate connection. She will not let a soulmate connection deplete her mentality. Where's the masculine here? And that's the emotions that he's walking away from. Heartbroken. So what does the masculine need to do here? Death card in reverse. Why is the world here with the death card in reverse? There's the King of Swords. So they're telling him that you have to be strategic about this transition. You have to be strategic about that deep emotional immense transformation without saying a fucking word. They're telling you be quiet because the Empress, your twin flame Empress, they tell you not to say it out loud, masculine. Whatever you're wanting to happen, whisper it. To successfully recognize where you stand on the level when it comes to the feminine. Empress, 6 Pentacles. Empress, 6 Pentacles. Whisper it. The only way to talk to the dark side is to say it out loud. The more you say out loud, masculine, the more the dark side knows. And here's this Queen of Swords here. Libra energy. Acknowledging that the masculine is emotionally confused. And that's what's blocking the spirit realm to allow him to transition what he wants to say behind the scenes. Divinely guided to leave it behind today. To choose a different path of interest. But struggling with all the stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights. Emotional confusion because that energy that the feminine, that Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups, it opened the masculine's intuition. It's like she stepped in there and said, open up. Which has got him reconsidering who he comes together with. When it comes to his independent, divine union, boom shakalaka, boom boom. There's a tower that's going to bring out truth and clarity on who the divine soulmate really is for life. Daggone. So that's what's going to happen if you don't do it. There's going to be quite a few detours to go down, like, you know, being in a mirror house of mirrors. You see them reflections all fucking day long, but until you get to the right mirror, you're lost. It's just literal fact. Let's pull some ancestor cards right here. Let's get you some advice from the ancestors. For the feminine in this reading, what is her advice when it comes to 9 Wands and the Chariot? Reconsider where you go to find peace and contentment. Don't be so vengeful. Don't speed. Don't spin rocks. Don't spoil your tires. Don't be so vengeful against the karmic woman. Don't bring revenge to the karmic woman. Your ancestors are telling you, feminine, that this, I'm going to say the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords, they're having a bad enough life. They don't want any more put on them right now, because I don't know if you know it, feminine, but the more energy, even though you're pissed off, the more energy you put on somebody, you can literally kill them. That'll give you a sentence to pay in the spirit realm if you use your energy to literally put someone down. What is that about? What's these ancestors saying about the karmic woman to the feminine? 3 of Wands. She's not prepared. No preparation, no plans. There is no foresight there. Only stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights. What you think about during the day, you dream about at night. That's why they're telling you, if you don't look into it, then the less you know, the better off you'll be. 6 Cups, past life soulmate, 10 Wands. It'll put a heavy responsibility. They don't want you to take all the responsibility for what happened in the past. Feminine. They don't want you to take all responsibility. And tell yourself that you are not the victim. This is the Hierophant. Take it as a lesson learned. Say thank you for the blessing. Thank you for the lesson. They want you to use your intuition optimistically, intuitively, optimistic, being guilty and heartbroken. Ooh. Be careful. Feminine. Masculine. What would be the advice? Ooh. So this is the card of impatience. Don't trust your friends. Don't wait for your friends. Don't wait to kick them off your wheel. That's what needs to be reconsidered. Karmic man. They're the ones that's draining you, masculine. Your friends are draining you. Why would they be draining this masculine? Man. 3 Swords, because they're heartbroken. A change in heart. Temperance, finding peace and contentment from the start. Ooh. There's friends of this masculine that saw him change when he connected to one woman. They saw him have a change in heart where he's impatient to do something now. So your ancestors are probably telling you that it's not the karmic woman that's being vengeful. It's the masculine being vengeful on the karmic woman. Your masculine is putting those 10 wands back where it belongs. Ooh. Trying to find peace and contentment from the beginning after the transition of heartbreak. Whoever this woman is that changed this masculine's heart, you know, the way they felt emotionally, their friends, you know, they've seen them with other women, you know, back in the day, but they've never seen him like this. There you have the Ace of Swords again. And the 5 Cups. Because the masculine here has clarified why they're sad. That Knight of Cups. 3 Cups. It's a friendship circle. Well, what are they going to do about it? There's a Knight of Cups and the 3 Cups. So this is a friendship circle. What they're going to do about it is the 5 Wands in reverse and the 9 Swords in reverse, releasing all that stress, anxiety, and sleepless nights because there's no sense in fighting. There will be no drama brought in here. No conflict, no drama. Boom, shakalaka, boom, boom. This masculine is about to light it up himself. A strategic thought to spark the interest. Get out of here, Ladybug. A strategic thought to spark the interest of a tower. It's like he's telling somebody, well, if you want to fire, then let's make a big one. What this masculine is interested in now is going to shock everyone. Well, what's he interested in now? You have the Hermit spending a lot of time alone. Page of Wands with an interest. He took that Page of Wands in seclusion. Oh, that's why his friends are mad, because he's not talking about the feminine to them. Oh, no. He's not talking about the feminine to them. The King of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. This is in reverse. Letting go of that, following through with the King of Wands and the Star. He doesn't want the friends to know anything new because they'll go back to the old relationship that he was in, maybe. This is a circle that knows all the women that this masculine or family members. So they're trying to figure out where he's been going or what he's doing to tell people to talk about him. And it looks like he's actually figured it out, and that's what the problem is. They can't. The Emperor. 4 Swords, because he hid the truth. This truth sword is hidden. There's the 10 Wands. Until he masters the burden. He's going to pack that fucking bag so tight before he hangs it on that Queen of Cups shoulders that when whoever that is he hangs it on, they're going to drop. And here it comes with that new perspective, that brand new energy of truth. You're talking about a boom shakalaka, boom, boom. And it's going to be an offer to the Queen of Swords. Clarifying the new perspective without knowing. Knight of Cups and the Hangman. Remember the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords come out for the feminine earlier? The masculine knows now. What's he know? The Hierophant. 2 Wands. He knows about the path of interest when it comes to the spirit realm. Strength card and the Knight of Swords. Either saying something harsh to a Leo, or what's the Knight of Swords? Gemini energy with strength card Leo. Should have blocked the argument until he got his emotions under control. Because the King of Pentacles, Taurus energy, this masculine following through with the King of Wands energy, his passion. Ooh, Devil. The masculine's going to follow through with his passion, and he's actually going to ignore this temptation coming in. He's going to ignore it. He's going to look for some truth and clarity, some sort of sign in shadow working mode. The hermit, spending a lot of time alone. And he's going to be assessing in what he's pulled his emotions out of and why. And right there is where that past life soulmate's going to come in. Right there is where he's going to be able to connect to his past life soulmate intuitively. 5 Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Those 5 Wands is right there. So that's the friendship circle. This masculine is about to analyze each of these wands one by one. What are they going to be analyzing in the wands? That's the strategic thought of leaving it behind to where they can go hear themselves think, divinely guided to leave. Yeah, to be able to spark the interest of emotions with the divine feminine. Justice, don't ever correct on earth what needs to be corrected in heaven. Justifying the interest. This masculine is going to go to each of these friends one by one, and he's going to talk to them about the feminine. And as he talks to them one by one about the feminine, he's going to see which one talks to each other. He's going to tell each friend, there could be 5 of them. He's going to tell each friend a different story about the feminine. But they're going to be lies. That's the deception. This masculine is going to lie to his own friends to see who they can trust when it comes to his divine feminine. Ooh. Well, there's the Chariot. There's the see you later, rotten tater. Don't want no more. Leaving behind all of those low vibing third party soulmate fights, conflict, and drama. No longer connecting to the negative bullcrap. Cleansing the energy. How is this energy going to be cleansed when it comes to the 5 Swords? Might even piss off the whole circle, but it's going to cleanse it. Here comes the sun, little darling. The Enlightenment of Strength card. Leo has arrived. King of Cups, the masculine, emotionally controlled. 2 of Wands, by patiently waiting to put the spiritual sunglasses on, to see it for what it is. Hope, faith, balance, renewal of communication. And here you have the Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles. Clarifying the Page of Cups. That's a refreshment with truth and clarity. The Tower on all 5 swords. The masculine's about to stick those swords in the ground and tell those friends to go fuck themselves, because it's friends that just don't want him to leave town. They want him to stay there. Oh, bring your money here. Drink your beer here. Don't you like us anymore? And he's like, of course I like you. You're fucking my childhood friends. But it's a disrespect to the feminine, and he's not going to take it. My goodness, what a spread. I love you guys. So this is if you do it, and if you don't do it, the significator is reconsider where you go forward to find peace, whether it's with yourself or together. Why should you have to look back? Sometimes it's best not to. I love you guys.